Hi boys and girls, today we are going to be writing a story. Now this is something new that we haven't done before in Primary 1. We need to use our imaginations to help us decide how we are going to save Mr. Grindling's sandwiches. So this week on your learning grid, I have given you the story of the Lighthouse Keeper's lunch. So if you haven't read or listened to the story of the Lighthouse Keeper's lunch yet, you'll need to do that first. You'll find the video in the materials for Google Classrooms. Now, just like any other kind of writing that we do, we need to start off by drawing a picture. Okay? Now, the story that we are going to be writing about is how we saved the sandwiches. So the name of your story is How We Saved the Sandwiches, or How I Saved the Sandwiches. Okay? Now, in your picture, because the story is all about how you saved the sandwiches, your picture is going to have to show how you saved the sandwiches. Now, it's totally up to you how you want to do it. But you need to remember that the sandwiches, we need to get the sandwiches from Mr. Grindling's house all the way to the lighthouse. Because the seagulls, those pesky seagulls, they keep trying to eat them. So you need to decide how you're going to trick the seagulls. You might be a superhero and you might fly them from the cottage to the lighthouse. That's what Miss Mullen's going to do in her story. Maybe you have invented something that will stop the seagulls from getting to the sandwiches. Can you remember how in the story Mr. and Mrs. Grindling tried to trick the seagulls? So you'll need to think about what didn't work. Maybe you can think of a different sandwich topping that's not mustard that the seagulls might not like. Have a little think and then draw your picture. Now you can pause the video just now and then draw your picture. Include lots and lots of detail. In my drawing you can see the hill that the cottage is on. You can see the cottage, the seagulls, the lighthouse, the water or the sea, the boat, and there is somebody in the boat. Maybe it's Mr. Grindling on his way to the lighthouse. Okay, and then there is me, Super Mullen, and she has got the basket of lunch in there. Okay, so my story about how I saved the sandwiches is all about me flying the sandwiches with my superhero powers all the way to the lighthouse. So pause the video and go and draw your picture. Okay, now that you have drawn your picture, it is time to write our sentences. Now, when we're writing a story, the very first sentence that we need to do is tell everybody what the problem is. Now, what is the problem? What problem are we trying to solve? That's right, we are trying to solve the problem of the seagulls eating the sandwiches. So we are going to have a go at writing that. Okay, so our sentence is, the seagulls ate the sandwiches. The seagulls ate the sandwiches. The seagulls ate the sandwiches. So that's 5 words. What do I need to include in my sentences? What do I need at the beginning? A capital letter. Then in between all of my words, I need a finger space. And at the end of my sentence, I need a full stop. That's right. Okay. The seagulls ate the sandwiches. So I need to remember my capital letter, and the first word is a red tricky word, which is the. Okay, so you should have a picture in your mind of what the looks like. And if you're not sure, then you can ask your adult to write it down for you. Okay, so the is spelled T-H-E. Okay, and I need to remember my capital letter. So a capital T is a big line with a hat on it. T-H-E. So the, after the word, I need to remember my finger space. The seagulls. C, S, E, C. S, E. And they're special friends, so I'm going to underline them. The seagulls. Now that's all one word, even though it sounds like two. So that's how I can sound it out, because I break it down. Seagulls. So I've got seagull. G-A-L. Gull. And at the end, it's actually special friends. We've got two O's together. Seagulls. 8. 8. But I need to remember my finger space. 8. So some of us know how to write the A sound down, don't we? What A sound do we know? An A and a Y. 8. 8. 8. The seagulls 8. Then I've got my finger space. Do you think I can fit another word in here at the end? No, I don't think we can. So I'm going to write then my next sentence underneath, the next word underneath. The seagulls ate the. There's that red word again. So you can copy that from here, except this time it's not a capital letter. Even though it's at the start of the line, we're still writing the same sentence. The seagulls ate the. T-H-E. The seagulls ate the sandwiches. 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 Now that's a really, really long word, so we're going to break it down. Sand. S-A-N-D. Sand. Sandwich. Witch. Witch. Sandwich ease. Ease. Got my E sound. Oh, I need to remember and underline my special friends. Thank you for reminding me. Sandwich ease. The seagulls ate the sandwiches. And that's the end of my sentence. What do I need to remember? A full stop. Well done. The next sentence is you telling me how you are going to solve the problem. What are you going to save the sandwiches? What are you going to do to save the sandwiches? What did you decide? Did you invent something? Are you a superhero? Did you come up with a disgusting topping for the sandwich that the seagulls didn't like? Okay, so my sentence is I am going to fly the sandwiches to the lighthouse. Okay, so I will fly the sandwiches to the lighthouse. My goodness, that's a really long sentence. That's got 8 words in it. I will fly the sandwiches to the lighthouse. I will fly the sandwiches to the lighthouse. Okay, first word. I, capital letter, a line, a hat and a skateboard. And a finger space. Our next sentence is will. And again we've got special friends at the end, because when we've got an o at the end of a word, normally it has two o's, okay? So if an o is at the end, then we've normally got two. I will fly. Fly. F-O-I. 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 Now if you're not sure what the I sound is, don't worry. You can ask your adult to write that down for you. I will fly, and then I need my finger space. That's the word we've already written up here and here, so I can just copy that. I will fly the sandwiches. Now we've written sandwiches here. Okay, so again, you don't have to try and sound that out again. You can if you want to practice, but I'm just going to copy it from here. I will fly the sandwiches. And our next word is to. Now to is another red word because we think that we need to the oo sound at the end, but it's not, it's a trick. There's only one o. I will fly the sandwiches to the. So there is that red word again, to the. And then I need another finger space. Lighthouse. Lighthouse. So O, I, lighthouse. Now the ow sound is not one that we have done before. Okay, so it's an o and an a together, but you'll need to get your adult to write that in for you because we've not done it before. Lighthouse. And we've got our special friends at the end that the blue group I've seen before. It's a s and an e together. I will fly the sandwiches to the lighthouse. And then at the end of the sentence, we need a full stop. Now, you will see that Miss Mullen's writing has went all squiggly there at the bottom, and that's because I don't have another line there, but I'm sure that yours will be much, much neater. Okay, the seagulls ate the sandwiches. I will fly the sandwiches to the lighthouse. Now, we have got one more sentence to write, and that is, we need to tell everybody how Mr. and Mrs. Grindling are feeling now that their sandwiches have been saved. How do you think they're feeling now? Well, Mr. Grindling is looking very, very happy because his lunch has been saved. Okay, so he knows he's going to get to enjoy his favourite sandwiches. Okay, so our next sentence is, Mr. Grindling is feeling happy, or maybe he's excited for his lunch. It's up to you, okay? You decide. Okay, so Mr. Now Mr, that's another red word, okay? And it's just an and an together, okay? So you might need to get an adult to write that, and if you can remember to write that one down, because it's not a red word we've seen before, then you can write it down. So Mr. Grindling, so a capital G, because it's somebody's name, G, grin, grind, Grindling. L-E-N. Mr. Grindling S. Now I don't have enough room to do another word in here, so we've got our little finger space at the end, Mr. Grindling, and then we'll write is underneath. So an I and a S. My goodness, it's very tricky for Miss Mullen to write all the way down here. Okay. It's much easier when you're writing on a desk. Mr. Grindling S. Feeling. Feeling. Now again, it's a big long word, but we can break that down. Feel-ing. Feel-ing. F-E-L. Feel. E-L. Feel. Ing. E-ng. We know that special friend. Mr. Grindling is feeling, remembering my finger space all the time, I think Mr. Grindling is feeling really excited. Is feeling excited. Excited. So I've got my I sound, excite, ed, ted. Ted. Excited. Is that all my writing, or is there anything I've forgotten? That's right, my full stop at the end. Mr. Grindling is feeling excited. Now, of course, you can add anything else into your story. If you want to add in about how you got there, if you want to tell me a little bit more about how you flew to the lighthouse, or if you want to describe about your invention that's going to save the sandwiches, then please write that down. I am so looking forward to what your imagination helps you to write. I love listening to the stories that boys and girls manage to come up with. So make sure that you send these along to me. Okay, now remember, just try your best, and if there's a sound that you don't know, then you can ask an adult to help you to write that down. Okay, I look forward to reading your stories. Bye!